Welcome to Unlimited Power. My name is D-Rod, and it is draft. What's today? March 7th. We're one day away from release. And as usual, it's Thursday night, and I'm going to draft some Spark of Rebellion. And what a crazy week it's been. So you've probably already seen videos of like a lot of content creators out there in the board game space and some other gaming spaces putting things out, mostly like how to play or what is Star Wars Unlimited. And that's awesome. This is definitely that peak moment. We're at release. You're going to see a big jump in what people are purchasing and players coming in. You probably had a great showing at your pre-release. I know there were some stores where it was very low across the United States, but overall it was really good. I was going to a lot of events this weekend and definitely saw over 12 at most places, some over 20. And that's really great in the city I live in, just to have that variety. A lot of stores already putting up their weekly events. I'm seeing stuff like just pretty much from Thursday to Monday, which is awesome. And we're seeing like pack openings, box openings. I did a case opening yesterday because Asmodee happened to send me my product in 3 days before release. So, why not? Why not open stuff? Definitely some fun things. And, I'm just ready to build. Got a couple events this weekend, a couple of sealed ones I plan on attending, and meeting up with a few people to do some Twin Suns. So it is a great game. People just talking about like how much they love it, people enjoying the art, the speed of the game, the mechanics. Loved hearing from everyone on comments and just people reaching out through different social media sites. This has just been one of the most exciting pre-releases and games I've been, privileged to be a part of. So, and that's being there when Destiny was there, Star Wars LCG, being there at the start of that, and a couple of other popular games, Flesh and Blood, Digimon, Grand Archive, a lot of games. I've definitely started a lot of games from the beginning, and this has just been one of the best ones I've seen delivered. Fantasy Flight, Asmodee have definitely gone out of their way to deliver a solid product, getting us product on time. There's definitely been already a lot of accessories purchased. So, I would say if you're thinking about buying a playmat or some sleeves and you see it at your local game store, I recommend getting that soon, just because, there's already like some delays in distribution and getting those. They weren't really planning. I'm surprised with some of the news they've already put out that they weren't prepared for that. But overall, I think that's like the hardest thing to get. We'll see how hard it is to get product after this weekend. Expect your local game store to have product on the shelves. People are going to come in not knowing Star Wars had anything, and they're going to buy it. You're going to have friends that you're going to talk to, and they're going to go to their store to buy it. So definitely going to be a lot of things happening overall in the next couple weeks. But this is the best time to build your community, start playing the game, learning it, figuring out what you want. And go with it with a good mindset, right? You may not get all the cards you want out of your box or out of your case or just, available to build the deck you're really looking for. But it doesn't mean you can't enjoy what you have and you can't enjoy the events your LGS is having. A couple game stores near me, they're doing some more smaller events to kind of build up people's collections. So like one game store is doing sealed every week. Another one's doing league play where you start off with 3 packs or 4 packs and you add to that. And other ones are doing, competitive, knowing that there are some people who just want to put a deck in play and try it out. And that's going to be really exciting. You're also going to see a lot of changes after this week, after March 8th, in your content creation. Maybe from me, maybe not. I don't know. I've mentioned this a few times, but if you haven't heard about this already, there's a lot of stuff kind of going on in the content creator world of how to support this game properly. Fantasy Flight has some of their own rules about what they would like to see, whether that has to do with how they want to kind of control a little bit more of their IP and make that, a little bit more respectful. Maybe it's coming from more top-down decisions. Maybe it's coming from, people who develop the IP. But either way, you're going to see a lot of changes. You may see your favorite creators out there. Maybe I'm one of them. You may see some of your creators out there. It's no longer use Tabletop Simulator or Force Table to show you some things, which are great online tools. The problem is these tools don't benefit Fantasy Flight directly. They don't really go back into Star Wars Unlimited. Can these tools be used to grow the game? Of course. But do these tools really support everything the game is trying to do? Maybe not. What that means is, again, you may see kind of a lull the next couple weeks from a few people. As for me, I'm still indecisive. I enjoy what I'm doing. I have a lot of fun. This is great. I definitely want to make a little bit more content using real cards, and you'll see that soon. But a lot of what I'm doing here is definitely helping other people. It's helping me, that's for sure. And it's just giving people a different perspective. One of the reasons I use Force Table is because it is hard to meet with people online. It is hard to set up a really good tabletop display. And honestly, it's one of those things I've only seen very few people do this well. And unfortunately, a lot of people who do great tabletop content, and I mean great, amazing tabletop content. We're talking about like quality sound, lights, and video. That's not really present in this game yet. I'll say that. Everyone's doing great. Everyone's doing an amazing job, but we're not there yet. And I think we're going to see a lot of people trying to get there, and that's awesome. I think the quality of videos that will come out after this week will definitely be improved. And that's what I would love to see. So again, there may be some changes from your favorite content creators. There may be some changes for me, but overall, like, it's a great time. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop anything I'm doing as far as putting out content. But I have some time to think of it. So let's get into it. We're going to start some drafts. Let's just get into it. Wow, what a draft. So if you haven't drafted before, you essentially open your packs, and your leaders are always upside down in your pack. So you'll have your rest of your pack cards facing one direction, your leader facing the other. Your leader's also double-sided. You open your pack without pulling all the cards out. Just pull out the leader, and you're going to open all 3 packs and pull them. I happen to pull a double Tarkin and a Leia Organa. So I'm going to pick one. I'm definitely going to pick a Tarkin because this is my man. This is it. I know how to play Tarkin. I'm a fan of playing Tarkin, and he can go far. Pack 2, we got IG-88 and Chewbacca. Here, I'm going to pick Chewbacca. Not the smart move, honestly. I just want the variety today. Honestly, really the smart move you should do whenever you pick a unit, because Grand Moff Tarkin is villain, you should probably grab another villain or another green. This is going to give you more building options. I could go with IG-88, just so I can have the villain options and play into red, but I'd rather go with Chewbacca just to show something different. And lastly is Jyn Erso. This is kind of what I figured was going to happen. Either way, I was going to get stuck with someone that's hero or villain. And in this aspect, I got Jyn. So now I have 3 leaders. I have Chewbacca, Tarkin, and Jyn. Now, let's see. I have about 2 stores in my area that are doing drafts once a month, and that's going to be a fun time. And this is kind of what's going to help me get better at it. A draft is also hard for people to really display. I've seen some people do it on TTS. I'm not sure who's been showing drafts on Force Table. I know I have. And I think this is going to be the harder one for content creators to really do well and show people. And maybe that's why I'm going to continue, maybe I'll continue using Force Table to show that. But, here we go. We got Jyn, Tarkin, Chewbacca. We got 2 heroes, which are probably going to be our main. We're going to have to focus on heroic cards. You may be saying, D-Rod, why not Grand Moff Tarkin? Well, that's an investment, and you have to really trust that people are going to send you cards that are green or black. If they don't, you're going to be forced to play these other ones, and you may have to play a lot of cards out of aspect. So it's better to early on to say, we are going to focus on heroic cards. What color we're going to pick, yellow or blue, we don't know. Let's focus on heroic first. Make some good decisions based on quadrant theory. That's going to be based on, is a card good? Is a card when you play it? Is a card bad when you play it? Is a card, going to help you get ahead later? Those types of things. So let's see. All right. Okay. Well, man, I really think this is the card right here. Strafing Gunship is such a powerhouse. It's a rare card. It's 1 yellow, so you don't have to worry about that too much. And it says this unit can attack units in the ground arena. So it's a spaceship, which I love. It's actually one of the few spaceships that are Actually in atmosphere. I know that confused a lot of people this week when they would see like speeder and they'll put it in the arena. That's a common mistake. And sometimes I just tell people like, oh yeah, lookout's not in space, but strafing gunship is also going to be one of those. Like, it's not in space, but it's a spaceship. So I'm going to pick the gunship. I think the gunship is really strong. I think you can do a lot with it. Wow, I wish I was playing Dark Side. Villain. Look at that. Chimera. Man, Bib Fortuna. Good stuff. But I see my boy here, Kanan Jarrus. Man, this guy gets you places. Let's pick him. That discard ability is so good. He's good when you put him out. He can really level the playing field. He can take cards away from your opponent. Show me a chopper, and I'll be all set. All set. All right, let's see here. Anything that has the heroic aspect, not so much. Everything's just single here. So I think I'm going to take Gamorrean Guards. Oh, actually, these are both common, so I'll see them both come back. Now, if we go with Chewbacca here needs 3 cost units. Oh, it's not going to show me leader Chewbacca. So Chewbacca's leadership ability is you can exhaust him to put a 3 cost unit into play, and it's going to have Sentinel for the phase. So it's going to kind of buy you some time, at least on the defensive end. Jin, a little bit different. Jin is going to help your unit stay alive a little bit longer. You should be able to get 2 attacks out of your unit where they survive, and that's what she's going to be able to do. Now, unfortunately, this ability is not a static ability when she is just a leader and not a leader unit. As a leader, you have to exhaust her and attack with a unit, and whatever unit that whatever defender your unit is attacking, it's going to take the -1 attack deficit. So Jin and Chewbacca are a little bit slow. You may get stuck with them in a draft, which is why we do this, and we're going to see how to get better with them. So, again, we haven't chosen whether we're doing Chewbacca or Jin, but we can mess around with that later. Since we don't know which one we're choosing, I'm going to go with the lackeys. The ambush ability is really strong. You're going to be able to act as soon as you get your unit in play, and it's not bad for 5. Ooh, a regular Chewbacca. I think we have to go with regular Chewbacca here. Chewbacca unit has that Sentinel ability. He can also attack, or he readies every time he is attacked. So you should be able to get like 2 or 3 hits out of Chewbacca. So let's go ahead and pick him. Pick 5. Pick 5. We got Bright Hope here, some green white if we decide to go that. We have some more yellow. We're definitely going to be splashing yellow. So the question is, are we going yellow white with a splash of blue, or are we going blue white with a splash of yellow? I think I really think I can do this smuggling compartment. Team Grizzly, what's up? What's up, Team Grizzly? Team Grizzly, I gotta know. I saw a post earlier in the Facebook social group, and it was someone posting like, "My daughter has this blue-yellow deck," and I was like, "Is this Team Grizzly? Is this them?" Just because I knew we were talking about it. Wasn't you? That's fine. But I remember you mentioning it of like, what's going to be a good blue-yellow team up? And I saw the deck, and it was a Thrawn deck, very control. If that was you. Question here is, TIE Fighter is going to allow you to draw a card. Smuggling Compartment you need vehicles for, which I only have 1. And Snapshot Reflex is going to allow me just to act immediately. I think I'm going to go with the Snapshot Reflexes. I think that's a strong card. Gets a +1/+1 you can attack on sight. It's great with Jin and her static ability. So better kind of more mid-game, but you may be able to use it later than that. Oh, that was you. That's awesome, Team Grizzly. I saw that deck. I thought it was really fun. I felt like there was one thing I was like, oh, I'm surprised one thing wasn't in there, but then I was surprised about another thing, and I thought that was really good. Can I remember that from 2 nights ago? I cannot. I guess it was last night. It was maybe it was last night I saw it, but I thought it was really cool. And Thrawn's a great one. I do want to do some fun stuff with Thrawn, especially now the full set's out. That's great. Man, nothing good in this pack. We got to make decisions though. Again, we are thinking yellow, blue, white, because I do want to make Kanan work for us, but I shouldn't commit to that 3rd color so soon. You never know what you're going to need. So I'm going to... You know what? I would pay 3 for this Rebel Assault. Easily pay 3 for Rebel Assault. I'm going to grab that. You never know if that's going to work out for you. I really want 7 Fleet Defender. I don't know if that's worth 5, though. Not worth 5. Let's go ahead and grab the TIE Fighter now. The Mighty Gill TIE Fighter is a great one in limited play because you're going to be able to attack and draw a card. If your opponent doesn't have space units or the ability to remove this card, you'll be pretty good. Ooh, we got a Greedo, a Bodhi Rook, and a Disarm. Greedo just hits hard. You don't have to use his ability. It's an Ame ability. So if I don't get a lot of events, I think I'll be fine. I'm going to pick up Greedo. Ooh, I wish Bosk was worth 7. He's just not. I can't pay 7 for this guy. It's too much. Like he's great. He's ambush. He does the event stuff, but paying 7 means you're still, you're working really hard to make that happen. Let's grab the Surprise Strike. This is a great event. Really put your opponent on tilt when you can hit them for like 5 or 6. That's pretty cool. Team Grizzly in the 20th version of the deck now, and it's not even close to what it started as. You know what? That's good, right? Like that's what you want. You want to be working on the deck. You want to be improving it to your play style and to what you want it to do, and find out the parts of it that aren't working. So I think that's great. I mean, I know I have decks I got to go through for a lot of reasons. I'm going to pick up the Liberator Gunship here. I still need to hear how this is pronounced. The Azatuk. I know it's a like Wookiee gunship. I remember I had to look this up, and I thought that was interesting because I don't know. It's just like obviously Wookiees are in space, right? It's just you never really see the kind of vehicles they use. Man, these packs were heavy green. Heavy green. Let's take the Gamorrean Guard here. Last, we'll take the Outer Rim Headhunter. So Headhunter's not bad. Has that Raid 1 ability, which is good. And if your leader's in play, you can exhaust a non-leader unit. So a little control, a little slow. Another TIE Fighter. We went heavy yellow. But again, we weren't seeing a lot of blue. Not a lot of blue. So let's see what we got here. We got Chewbacca, Jyn Erso, Grand Moff Tarkin. As far as ground units, pretty much everything here is going to work except the Dispatcher. Same thing for our space units. Good variety of space units, pack 1. And events is okay. It's okay. So I think we did pretty well. Let's move on to pack 2. We want to see a couple more ground units. We want to see some blue stuff and some blue events. And if we go Chewbacca, we want to see some more 3-drops. If we don't see a lot of 3-drops, that's okay because we have Jyn Erso here. Playtest it up against Green Beans. I'm wondering, was that a typo? Was that Green Boba? Or what am I missing there? I'm going to have me research what Green Beans is. All right, pack 2, pick 1. Pick 2, pack 1. Pack 2, pick 1. Man, I love the 5th brother, but we can't go down that road. Bombing Run is so interesting. A lot of people are talking about this card today. I think it's a great card that you're probably going to want in some sideboards to deal with some aggressive stuff, but it's hard because by the time you have the resources to play it, you've probably taken a good amount of damage. If you can get it out 1 turn early with that splash of green, much better. Much better when that happens. All right, let's grab some blue cards here. We need... Trooper can come into play with the with Chewbacca. And I'm sure we'll play some soldiers. Let's grab the volunteer soldier here. Pack 2. We got a security complex. I'm good on that. Another snapshot reflexes and a Baze Malbus. We're going to go with that Baze Malbus. He's an uncommon, so he probably won't come back around. He has Sentinel as long as you have initiative, and he has grit, so he gets stronger the more damage he takes. Ooh, Cartel Spacer was in that pack too. Here we go, my boy Ezra Bridger. We got a 2nd Spectre unit, and it's a good one. Ezra, with that ability to play a card when he attacks, is really strong. Let's go with it. Pack 3. We got the Forces with me. Well, now that we have Kanan and Ezra, I'm down. Let's go for it. Sabine Green. There we go. Thank you, Team Grizzly. Now I know. Playtesting up against Sabine Green. Yeah, that's a hard matchup for Sabine Green with Tarkin, or sorry, with Thrawn. because you want to go first, right? Like you need to go first, you need to exhaust your units, but there's other stuff that's going to happen there. Um, so again, it's kind of like I say, a lot of times with those aggro ones, you just need to kill their units as quick as they can. They can't hurt you if they're dead. So how can Thrawn take care of the early units that are going to be a problem? Because you don't want to waylay, right? You're not trying to like waylay fleet lieutenants, because they're just going to come out and strengthen someone like Sabine. So got to figure out what are some better options here to taking them out. Maybe it's running some fun stuff like snapshot reflexes or surprise strike for your low cost units to kill. But again, Sabine is fast and Thrawn is medium to slow. It's not bad. Like he has a play style. Just you kind of wonder if the support is there for him yet. I did grab another, what was it? Strafing gunship, a great rare. If this is going to get passed around, I'm going to play it. I love the gunship. I think we can go this heavy space route and really surprise our opponents today. So let's go with the crafty smuggler here. I love that they have a shield that works with Chewbacca really well, to give it sentinel because it's below 3 and just let people, hit it and take away that shield. All right, I'm going to make an opening. I love this card. I just wish it wasn't 3. Obviously, if it was 2 that dealt 2 damage and healed your base 2, would be pretty broken. But sometimes it's just hard to play for that 3. All right, I'm getting a couple of more vehicles. So, I kind of would like the smuggling compartment. But instead, I'm going to go for another snapshot reflexes. I would like the idea of being a little aggressive here. All right, my pack came back around. Nothing great in it, but the Gamorrean Guards is just fine. Another crafty smuggler again. Because it shields itself, I think it's going to be great using Chewbacca's Sentinel ability. We just got to time that right. And then we'll take another snapshot reflexes here. A lot of upgrades. I'll grab the attack pod. If this was a real pack, I'd take that foil. Because I love 7th Fleet Defender foil. And extended art, man. Team Grizzly, we got rid of Vigilance and only have in the Cunning cards. We only have 1 Cunning card. Okay, we got rid of the Vigilance and only have 1 Cunning card. Yeah, Vigilance. But you know what? Like, Vigilance is hard, right? Like, Vigilance can be difficult because if you're talking about the card, Vigilance can be difficult because if you're not running double blue, you're paying 6. 6 is good, but it's too slow in the aggro, right? Because it can kill. Like I love that it can kill a unit that's 3 or less HP. I think that's great. And milling is also strong against those aggro decks because you just never know how much you're gonna get rid of. But it's hard with 6. It's hard with 6. Cunning is a good bet. Cantina Bouncer. I mean, that's I know it's bouncing, but at least you get a body from it if you do play double yellow aspect. Greedo is also going to be strong in those Thrawn decks against Sabine, just because you'll be able to do 2 damage to a ground unit when it dies, so you should be able to trade and take out a second unit. Our end of pack 2 worked out. We got 14 cards here. I'm liking what we're building. I would love to see a chopper or some little bit more blue support here. As far as events, we could use a little bit more, but I love our space units. I think our space units are getting better. We got 6. Let's see what the final pack brings us. Gives us an Honor Guards, gives us a Jeddah City, gives us a Ghost. I think I'm going to go with the Ghost. A Ghost. Ghost it is. Ghost it is. Pack 3, pick 2. We got a gunship. A surgical droid. We got the gunship here. You're My Only Hope is always a fun card. Look at the top card of your deck. You may play its cost. You may play it. It costs 5 less. If you have 5 or less remaining HP, you can play it for free instead. I love that idea of being able to like put something bigger in early on. Not sure what I want that to be, but I do enjoy that. Return each unit to their hand. I think I'm going to take maybe Bamboozle. No, I'll take the surgical droid. We'll take surgical droid. Need some low drops. We got another Greedo here. Syndicate lackeys. A lot of good stuff. Foil surprise strike. Got a lot of commons. Let's go with the Greedo. Let's keep some of the low bodies here. Our opponent's going to have some trouble. Pick 4. I'm going to go ahead and take the surprise strike. Get that in my hand. Couple of good events here. Another forces with me. That's great for someone like Yoda. I mean, not Yoda, for Kanan and Ezra. Second Ezra, don't mind if I do. Let's get that guy in our deck. We got a surprise strike, make an opening in cartel space, smuggler. Well, smuggler I really like with Chewbacca, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. I am leaning more towards Chewbacca, honestly. I love the idea of throwing out Greedos, and just giving them Sentinel for the turn. They're going to hit hard. Why not, right? Nothing in this pack. Maybe I'll take Jeddah City. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll take Jeddah City just to have an option. I'm going to take the foil disarm here. Oh, Team Grizzly. Team Grizzly says, we made him Thrawn red right now. Okay, I dig it. Team Grizzly also says, the daughter won't let me share any more about it. That's great. Yep. You know, it's okay. It's okay to play things close to the chest there. Keep it secret, keep it safe. That's perfectly fine. Let me grab another Rebel Assault. I think I can make the Rebel Assault work. I think I have some good amount of Rebels. Crafty Smuggler, you got it. And final pack is a Dispatcher. Okay. Let's take a look at our draft pool. What are we doing here? So we got Jin, we got Grand Moff Tarkin, we got Chewbacca, and we got Jeddah City. So we obviously have all the regular bases available to us. Jeddah City could be good. We're going to go Chewbacca over Jin, because I think that's going to buy us some time using these 4 crafty smugglers. Love that there's 4 of them. You put them into play, give them Sentinel for the turn, let them eat the shield, and it'll be really great. Greedo's similar. Greedo I don't mind using Chewbacca's ability for because he hits for 3. Team Grizzly. Now I'm putting Lord of the Rings on. Yep. Sometimes that's what you got to do, man. Sometimes I think of Lord of the Rings, and it's being inappropriate if I didn't say it, but there's only one return of, and it's not of the king, it's of the Jedi. So that's a great movie that I'm quoting. But does it hold up in today's time? Not so much, but it's still one of my favorite lines. Syndicate Lackeys and Kanan here. I'm really building us a bit around Kanan and Ezra with some of my Force events that I'm going to be using. Was hoping to see a couple more, but the synergy here is pretty strong. We got 7 spaceships, 4 upgrades of snapshot reflexes, so we're going to go pretty fast. And I really like these. I may keep the Rebel Assault, but Rebel Assault will not trigger Greedo, guards, Baze, Wookiee, or the Smuggler, so maybe I'll get rid of it. Let's see what we can build. Chewbacca, please. I'm gonna keep. Let's try it. Let's just have some fun. Let's go with the Jeddah City. We're gonna go with 25 health. We're gonna see how we do. And I know they're gonna put me up against Sabine. They always put me up against Sabine in draft. So all 4 smugglers are important. Right? To use Chewbacca's ability here, play a unit that costs 3 or less from your hand. Give it Sentinel for the phase. Again, that's going to be great on this type of unit. I wish we had some wilderness fighters. They're also 3 and shielded, and that would have been amazing. We'll take Baze, Chewbacca, and some of our powerhouses that we hope are going to get us there are Ezra Bridger and Kanan Jarrus here. So why does Kanan get us there? It's because Kanan's going to be able to discard a card on attack, and he's going to be able to heal our base based on the cards discarded. The amount of cards he will discard is going to be based on the amount of Spectre units you have play, and healing is going to be based on the amount of different aspects that get milled. So you could mill up to 2 cards and heal your base up to 3. I really want to focus on Kanan. I like Kanan. He's probably my pseudo bomb, right? He's who I want to work, but if he doesn't, I think we'll be okay. Greedo, we're definitely running all 3 Greedos. He's going to die. We're going to run the Gamorrean good guards here. A lot of Sentinel in this deck. Our opponent's going to have to work really hard to get through it. Lackeys, of course, for that ambush. And I'm going to slow down at 15 ground units. That's leaving up the Volunteer Soldier and the Droid. Let's move on to space. I do want to run all these space units because they're all really solid. If our opponent's not going space, we'll be pretty set. And the double gunships here, I think, is also going to be the powerhouse of what we're doing. 2 rares passed right to me, attacking the ground base, lowering the attack of the unit of the defender. I think it's going to be fun. Let's add them all. That gives us 22 units. As far as events, we're going to definitely play surprise strikes. Forces with me. Make an opening. We kind of have disarm already with Jeddah City, so let's move on, and we're going to play all 3 snapshot reflexes. Let's give it a try. Save and close. Let's go. Let's get there. All right, it's me versus Krennic game 1. Krennic has a static ability. Each friendly damage unit gets +1/+0. And so, yep, the goal in being Krennic then is to hit a unit and kill it in the first hit. That's the only way you can avoid taking extra damage. If you can't do that, the extra damage is going to come your way. Try to find ways to mitigate that. No mulligan for us. I always like to just deal with what we got. I have a lot of Greedos. And a crafty smuggler here. So, man, Greedo hits so hard. So hard. Let's get rid of a Greedo and the lackeys. And we'll start here. First things first, I will play a crafty smuggler. Yep, cool. And I'll take the initiative. All right, gunship and the forces with me. Oof. I'll give up a Greedo. Giving up a Greedo there. Now we're going to use the action ability, and we're going to put a unit into play. And we're going to go ahead and put a smuggler. So let's get the smuggler out there. It has Sentinel this turn. Snowtrooper Lieutenant has to swing into it. We're just going to go ahead and take care of the Jawa. Let's get out of here. Team Grizzly Daughter just yelled playfully for not having you on the big screen. Man, I made it to the big screen? That's pretty dope. That's an achievement. I won't lie. All right. I could throw Greedo out now. I think I'd rather save him for that Sentinel ability. Let's take the initiative. Team Grizzly, you make my day. Always brings me joy hearing y'all enjoying content and talking about stuff and making decks. I was so excited when I saw that deck posted on the socials. All right, we got a Gamorrean guards here. I think I'm going to pass on the guards. I like everything else in my hand. We have 2 ships, so I can start working on the space territory. Forces with me, I'm going to hold on to just a little bit longer. So let's get rid of the guards here. Now, Guardian of the Wills has to swing into something. Let's pick what they swing into, because it's going to be Greedo. There he goes. Greedo's in play, hits for 3, and they do a takedown. What a waste. Takedown on Smuggler. So takedown is good, but you don't pay a 4-cost unit like that to take care of it, right? Because, yeah, you killed my Smuggler. I can just kill the Guardian of the Wills if I really need to. It just seemed odd. But, you know, you're going to get that sometimes with AI. Guardian of the Wills is going to swing. Greedo's going to die. I have more units in play. That's perfect. Do I want to deal 2 damage to a unit? No, because I don't have any. Krennic's going to have the initiative now. I'm going to hit the race for 2. And there we go. Taking notes is always helpful. Pass. I think that's why I like doing this a lot. I love the practice. I love getting it in. It's easier to talk. I am looking at doing like a lot of like live gameplay and talking with people who are going to be helping me with that. And I know it's going to be different, right? Because I do want them to play the best they can. And I don't know if we want to do something to where that's like they're, you know, I make them wear headphones and I'm talking about my plays and vice versa, stuff like that. Maybe something cool. Joe C, when you draft on Force Table, can you put off aspect cards in your deck? Yes, you can. You just have to click on a box when you're making your deck, and it's going to say out of aspect, and you just click on there, and it'll show you all the other cards. No problem. But it doesn't present it to you early, and I know that can always be like difficult, as I misclick there. All right, a card has to go down. I'm really holding on to the forces with me, but I don't know. I don't know how much longer I can hold it. Let's get rid of Outer Rim Headhunter. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Getting rid of that one. Krennic is out. Yes, yeah, that is true, Team Grizzly. If you do play out of aspect, there will always be a cost. You'll pay the additional 2. What I love about Force tables, they will even put the +2 right there on the card. Yep. All right, let's see some options here. I think I'm gonna swing with the TIE Fighter, and I'm gonna pay 2 and draw. All right, Snapshot Reflexes is fine. Here comes Bosk into the Smuggler, I'm sure. Well, that changes a few things. I'm not going to do much this turn. And I can take the hit from Krennic. Krennic's going to hit me for 2. That's okay. Let's take the initiative. Chewbacca comes out once we have 7 resources, so we're 2 turns away. When he does come out, he's going to have Sentinel and Grit. And he has a health of 9 and attack of 2. All right, another TIE Fighter surprise strike. I'm sorry, Forces with me. You got to go. We didn't get Ezra. We didn't get Kanan. We got to keep moving, and these other cards are a little bit helpful, more helpful. All right, we have the initiative now. Sure, show me what you got. All right, 7 Fleet Defender gets played. What should have happened was Boss could have swung into bays, or if the AI had an event, this is where you play the event, hit bays, and then use Bosk's ability to do 2 damage to it. So that'd have been the better play there. Since we don't have much to do, I do want to kind of make bays better. He does have the initiative right now. Let's give him a little bit more health. Get him a 6. Just that way he has a better chance of doing some damage. We'll play another TIE Fighter. Krennic's going to swing into bays. Love it. What's nice is we're going to use Jedha City now. If the AI wants to, they're going to have to swing, and they chose to. That's the problem. Like, if I'm going to give your Bosk -4, don't swing. Don't attack. Like, you just have to face the facts. You lost a Bosk, and then take the initiative. Instead, I'm going to give up 1 attack damage, and I'm going to take it. Oh, no, I don't like the art for Chewie either, Team Grizzly. When they give the title Walking Carpet, they definitely went for it. It looks like a Muppet. If you're familiar with the Muppets, he looks like Fozzie Bear, the way, like, the fur is kind of hanging. It doesn't look matted, right? It looks more like someone just took on a really bad costume and put it on, right? It doesn't look like more natural matted fur. It looks so weird and bad. I'm just not a fan. I also don't like his exaggerated mouth. Also Muppety. It's just Cookie Monster meets Fozzie Bear. That's what's happening here. So yeah, not for me. Not for me. All right, choose a card to discard. We do got to get rid of 1 to throw in our resource pile. I think it's going to be Surprise Strike. It's going to be Surprise Strike. We got Kanan. We got Chewie now. We got a great base here who can do some damage. So let's let base get through. Hit this base for, what, 7? There it is, 6. We just got outmaneuvered. Team Grizzly. I'm old enough to know who the Muppets. Muppets had a comeback for a little bit. What, 10 years ago? They had a great movie that came out with Jason Segel. I really enjoyed that one. It gave us the line, I'm a Muppet of a man. I think that's what they said. Believe that was it. All right, let's play this gunship. We're just going to trigger the ambush ability and swing into the Death 7 Fleet Defender here. We're going to take some damage. We're just going to get rid of that shield. That's okay. And then we're going to put in our own Chewbacca Sentinel. So let Krennic swing. He's only going to do 3 damage. Kill Baze. And then we got that surgical droid. I don't got anything else I can do this phase except swing with Chewbacca. And we're going to swing into the surgical droid, I guess. Let's get that 1 point of damage in. Nice thing is the droid can't heal himself. He swings into Chewbacca, makes us stronger. Sounds good. Let's take the initiative. So we got Surprise Strike for whatever our opponent plays. Ooh, Kanan and the Ghost are now out. I'm going to hold here. We're at 7 resources. I don't need to go higher than this. Let's play Kanan. I'm going to put Kanan into play. Opponent plays cell block guard. Okay, I see that. I see that. Play make an opening, and we're gonna give the swoop racer -1 or -2, -2. Ooh, I can just kill the 7 fleet defender though. I'll go with that. Let's get it out of here. Swoop racer has to swing in Chewbacca, puts me at 7, and I have to swing into this cell block guard. But I'm not going to yet. Yep, I'm just gonna swing. It's this weird thing, like what? I swing into the guard and Chewbacca dies. If I wait and let the guard swing into me, Chewbacca dies. At this point, I'd rather get in the 5 points of damage here and let the AI make the decision. Are they going to swing into Chewbacca? And if not, I'll use Kanan to swing into this guard. So, and it's even better because I got the forces with me here. So if they play a unit, they played a unit. Shield, and they're going to heal their base. I'm going to play forces with me on Kanan, and we are going to attack with Kanan right into the cell block guard, getting it out of here. Kanan has a shield. He got 2 experience tokens. He gets to swing. He's going to mill somebody. He's going to heal our base. Like, I just can't tell you a better card to play with Kanan than this, right? Attack for 6, discard, heal, shield. Like, it's amazing. It's a good one. And since we got rid of that Sentinel unit, let's swing with Chewbacca now for, what, 9? Boom, 9 right there. Great, 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 great. We'll play the surprise strike and swing for 5, or 6, sorry, right here. They're at 6, and since we don't have the initiative, we'll finish it up with 2. Team Grizzly's supposed to be getting our box tomorrow, and my daughter keeps asking what I'm going to do if she opens all the good cards. We are Star Wars fans, and all the cards are good. That is so true. All the cards are good. I had a lot of fun opening a case yesterday. I got a box behind me that is so tempting, but I'm going to hold off on that. I do have a couple more stuff I'll be opening tomorrow as well. I loved it. I loved everything I was able to open. I'm having a good time. Opponent plays Power of the Dark Side on me, so I got to defeat a unit. Let's go ahead and get rid of the TIE Fighter there. And we'll just finish this off. Let's play Snapshot Reflexes on Kanan, because he's my boy. Swing with Kanan, and there we go. Yeah, we can discard a card. Why not? We got there. That's great. Game 1 was all us. We did it. That was some good control. Let's see if Game 2 gives us a Krennic. I mean, an aggro deck, and they do. Even worse, whenever you're playing on Force Table, if you're playing the limited formats like Sealed or Draft, the AI gets tougher by increasing the health of the AI. So now it has 34 health instead of 30. So we had a 9-point deficit. We'll see how we do. No mulligan for us. We got to see how this deck does. We got Strafing Gunship, though, in hand, and Ezra. I like that. We got nothing to play turn 1. So we're going to drop Gamorrean Guards, and I guess I like Snapshot more than Surprise Strike, but we'll drop Make an Opening. We'll go from there. So nothing for us to do except take the initiative. 2 tubes comes out. Sabine, 2 tubes and a Jawa. Wow. Sabine's going to go ahead and deal 1 damage using her ability. It's 33 to 24. I got some damage coming my way. I kind of wish now I held on to that Make an Opening. Those guards are going to be important. They're going to be important here in a bit. All right. Surprise Strike, you're out. Ezra, you're in. Let's take some damage first. Jawa goes. Okay. I'll take the Jawa. I'm worried there's going to be a Fleet Lieutenant. Pass. Yep. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Like, sometimes you're just kind of like, why are you holding on? Like, what do you got? You probably got a Fleet Lieutenant, and there it is. Ezra could have died right there. It's going to be slow, but we'll do it. Team Grizzly, the daughter wants to brag about how she got a hyperspace Thrawn at pre-release. Oh man, that's so cool. I wish I saw one of those. It's neat, and that's one of the reasons why you should play Thrawn. And you know what? If she's loving it, you gotta check out some of the Thrawn books. If you're loving Star Wars and haven't checked those out, I had the privilege of reading those when I was young. Thought they were amazing. There's a lot of books out there about Thrawn. You can find 4 in the Legends series. One of them being called the Heir to the Empire series. So if you're liking the Ahsoka series, Heir to the Empire has a lot of similarities. If you like Thrawn and Rebels, then you should check out a little bit more of the newer sets written by the same author, and it is 6 books. You have 3 books of Thrawn in Imperial space and 3 books of Thrawn in his own galaxy, which is the why'd I forget the name of it? It's the he is the, what is his race? There are the, not Chi, not Chirrut. That's a name. Chiss, the Chiss Ascendancy. Oh man, that was escaping me for a bit. Chiss Ascendancy books. So you can read about 6 books about Thrawn. There's another book in the Legend series called Outbound Flight. But Thrawn is just one of my favorite characters. So I love that she is excited to build that, Team Grizzly. That's awesome. All right, let's take the initiative. Let's move on. We're going to go first. The good news is we got forces with me. That's going to be strong on someone like Ezra. Let's go ahead and get rid of the headhunter for right now. And we're going to play forces with me to protect Ezra, as well as to get rid of some of these cards in play. Ezra gets this. Attack with Ezra Bridger. Yep, let's swing on the annoying one. We're going to swing on the Jawa. It seems weird, but the Jawa's going to get rid of the shield anyway. I don't know. I just don't want it. I just don't want to. Well, we're going to lose the shield anyway. Let's take care of 2 tubes, because 2 tubes is going to give the bonus to Sabine. All right, 2 tubes is out. I see a card. I can leave it. I'm going to leave it. All right, here comes Sabine, and this is what we saved Jedha City for. We're going to use the ability now. I don't want to take more damage. I'm going to get rid of the lieutenant. Lower that by 4, because we're going to take some damage here. Let's take the initiative. What I need is a cartel spacer, and use Chewbacca's ability for that sentinel to buy me 2 actions. Or, again, I'll have Gamorrean guards next turn. I can play that and give that sentinel since Ezra is yellow. We also have bays. We got a couple of options here. Let's drop a snapshot reflexes since we have 3. And we can go bays. We're going to go bays. Bays has 5 health. So we can go 5 there and play snapshot reflexes on him, giving him 6. He'll also have grit. There we go. Sabine has to swing into bays. Man, we're at 11 health, guys. That's rough. Again, this Sabine deck is doing what Sabine does. Let's take something out. Sympathizers or lieutenant, both are rough here. Go with the sympathizers. They can get too strong. How much are card storage charging in a box in your area? Great question, Team Grizzly. It is a variety. The one thing about living in Portland is we're going to leave Chewbacca. People love playing tabletop games. I've been to a lot of places. I've talked to a lot of representatives when I'm in the industry, and not many cities have as many stores as Portland. So it's across the table, pretty wide. I would say lowest I've seen is $85 and highest I've seen is $120. Portland also doesn't do sales tax, which is pretty great. So I do have a couple things going through the city. I've mentioned this a few times. I really want to support a lot of the local stores, and I also don't want to be the person who takes away a lot of a store's shipment. I could have easily gone to one store, taken care of all that, paid the lowest amount. No one has anything. I don't know. But that's not what I wanted to do. I did want to kind of spread it around. So this weekend I am going to be buying some boxes from some expensive stores because I like them. They're close by, and I know I want to support them. And I know if they're taking if they're paying $120 or having me pay $120, they're going to get the best amount for their return. It's important to note that for most parts of this industry, what you see something priced at, it's usually going to be half of what your local game store paid. Now, this game comes from 2 distributions, Southern Hobby and Asmodee Direct. Depending on your store's relationship with Southern Hobby and their representatives who they buy from, they may get a better deal. You may have some people who said, "Ooh, I bought this box for $55, so I can sell it for $110." Someone says, ooh, I was actually able to get my boxes for 50, so I'm just going to sell it for 100. And then you have some stores that say, yep, I paid 60 bucks. I want to really get rid of these. I'm not sure how I feel about the game yet, so I'm just going to get about a $40 return. Every store is different on what they need. Every store gauges what they're looking for. You may have some stores that will go based off market price. I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily, but it does mean the store's going to have some trouble maybe growing the game. But that's where trading comes in. That's where secondary market sales comes in. There's a lot there. Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of what I'm seeing. But I've seen a wide variety of stuff. So I have 11 health here. Ezra's still alive. And I'm out of Sentinel units, but I have a Chewbacca. So let's put that Chewbacca into play. I need some low cost. Chewbacca's going to have that Sentinel, and he's going to be able to heal. Oh my gosh, maybe not. Here comes Sabine right into Chewbacca's face. Thanks to the Fleet Lieutenant. Oh, daughter wishes to know where Portland is. It is in Oregon. Oregon over here on the west coast, right below Washington State. It is 3.5 hours from Seattle. It is 4.5 hours from Canada. And it's about 2 hours north of the capital of Portland, which is Salem. Anyway, I'm now giving geography lessons, so I never thought that would come in handy, but here I am. Let's swing with Ezra one more time. Get that 5 damage in a gunship. We're going to save that. Definitely putting those gunships out. And I wish I could put Chewie out, but I can't. All right. Now, Portland has a lot of game stores. A lot of game stores. Sorry, Greedo. Greedo, though, you can get me there. You can get me there. All right, lackeys, you're out. I'm going to put out 3 Sentinel units this turn. Wampa swings first. Smart to swing on me. That's smart. That's smart. I need some health. So let's play Greedo. Get Sentinel. Here comes another Wampa. We're going to play Gamorrean Guards. Has Sentinel. Oh my gosh, I forgot we're on a clock because of that Sabine thing. I need some health. I need Kanan out fast. Ezra, swing. Swing, Ezra, swing. Ezra has to swing in the base. Has to swing into the base. There's 5. A second Ezra Bridger on top. Let's leave. No, let's discard Ezra. Fleet Lieutenant swings into Greedo. That's what I was hoping for. And I'm going to hope I have an event. How many events am I running? Nope, I'm not running enough. I don't think I'm running enough. Let's try it. It's going to be Kanan. Oh, it's a Greedo. Okay. Really worried it was a Kanan. Let's go. Deploy the leader. Get a Wookiee out here. Chewbacca's going to take care of the Wampa. Again, we're on a 3-turn clock now, so we got to go. We got to hit. We got to hit hard here. Okay, so we are from the future then. Let's see here. Yes, you are in the future. I'm sure. We gotta drop something. We'll drop the gunship. I wish I could still have Chewbacca's ability. Dang it. All right, Fighters for Freedom is a pain. That is a painful card. Let's take care of that now. Fighters for Freedom is going to mean that every time your opponent plays a red card, they're going to deal 1 damage to my base. I'm on a 3-turn clock. I can't take that damage. Cannot take that damage. Oh, Overwhelm. I forgot the Wampa has Overwhelm. Why is it so big and bloody? Because it has Overwhelm. Oh, man. I had a great time at the pre-release. We were playing and someone was like, I'll play this Wampa. That's what's here. And we were talking about what's the game? Shadows of the Empire on Nintendo 64. Great game. But always had that cute little I say cute, it was kind of scary kind of Easter egg, just kind of this thing. So when you start the game and you're there and you finish, you're on the 2nd level, you're at Hoth and you're like, oh no, Imperial troops have entered the base, you gotta like escape, and you're playing this great character Dash Rendar, who I am told Dash Rendar has made canon, but it was in a Han Solo children's book. I believe it's called like I don't remember what the book's called, but they kind of called the series a couple things, like Young Readers series. Anyway, it's only Dash Rendar, but you're playing Dash Rendar in this game. This game was made, it's an amazing game, but it was made to fund Star Wars Special Edition. Anyway, you're playing this game and you have to escape. So you run down and you're running down this Echo Base hallway, and there's a door. If you open the door, there are Wampas. Like, you just open the door and bam, Wampa in your face, ready to hit you. And you're just like, I gotta get out of here. Close the door, keep going, because Wampas take forever to shoot. But that's kind of what it reminded me of when someone was like, all right, Wampa, like you killed all my guys, here it comes. And I was like, dang, got me. All right. Well, that was fun. We lost. We did our 2 games. I think that's where we're going to end on Chewbacca there. Let's move on and do another draft. That was fun. That overwhelm, though. That got me. Oh, wow. Okay, Boba Fett Tarkin. Let's go Boba Fett. I did not do well with my Boba Fett build in pre-release. So we got 1 yellow unit. Because we have a yellow, we can focus on either another yellow unit or another villain unit. And we are presented with 2. By going double yellow, we can grab more yellow units, say like Cartel Spacer, Strafing Gunship, which I wish I played last game, things like that. If we go with double villain, we'll mostly be focusing on like Imperial cards. Imperial cards are really good with Boba. We know this from seeing things like some of the stuff we were already seeing, like Cell Block Guard, Snowtrooper Lieutenant. Let's go black. We'll go for that villain route. And last is Chirrut Imwe. Blue-white. So we are definitely stuck with villain. Unless we see something strong, pack 1, that makes us want to go Chirrut. I think I'll definitely stick with villain, or always a fan of villain, even though I see like good blue cards right here. Good blue, but we can do some fun stuff. I'm going to take Frontline Shuttle. I'm a fan of this. I did have it with my last Boba Fett deck in pre-release, but you can do some fun things. Let's pick this up. The ability to like keep attacking, even if you can't attack a unit, is pretty strong. And hey, we got a lot of black aspect cards here. Let's go with the guard for that Sentinel ability. We want to focus on, with Boba, grabbing some 1s and 2s, something that will help us take advantage of his ability. Since his ability is similar to his leader unit ability, it essentially says, if an enemy unit left play this phase, ready up to 1 resource. You do have to pay 1 to do this, and you have to exhaust Boba to do this. So getting that 1 resource means we want to see a couple of 1-drops. ISB agents, TIE fighters, those are great 1-drops, which is why you see a lot of Imperials paired with Boba Fett. I'm going to go ahead and take the disarm, I think, for right now. Ooh, this is also good. I'm going to take the disarm. Nope. Taking 97 Legion. Taking the Legion. Instead of Fast Paladin would have been cooler. All right. Yellow, and green. Mercenary Company, I guess. Let's take that Mercenary Company. Ambush is always good. Ambush and Overwhelm is always strong. As we saw from that Wampa. We got double Wampa last game. And I think we'll take the Super Laser Technician. I will say probably my bad choice I made in a pre-release was getting 3 patrolling V-Wings. I did not need that many. I just really want to take advantage of Boba's ability, and so I thought maybe if I grab a few, that'd be smart. It wasn't. Did not work out as well as I hoped. 1 would probably be it. I'm going to take the Super Laser Technician, Colonel Yularen, sorry, just to have that extra healing factor if I need it. And we got Relentless, we got Mining Guild TIE Fighter, we got the Skiff. Oof. Could we ramp to Relentless? It'd be hard. It would be hard. We'd have to get Boba and swing. We could probably play it early. Let's take it as a bomb, just in case. We may never use it, but just in case. I'll tell you who was great. Gideon. Gideon was good. That's one I gotta work with. Team Grizzly ready for spoilers already. I hear you, right? We've seen a Rancor playmat. We've seen a Mandalorian with Darksaber playmat. We know Moff Gideon and Mando are coming into play. So can we expect Grogu? Yes. Right? How are we not going to get Grogu? We've also seen Kylo and Rey sleeves. Bad Batch confirmed, you know? It'll be neat. It'll be neat. I'm pumped. I'm ready. So it's going to be in July. That's perfect. I love how that's set up. That's a really good thing for set 2. Gotta pick a card. I don't want any of them, so we're gonna go with Academy Training. And Bad Batch. Bad Batch will be interesting. I keep thinking, would anyone on Bad Batch be a solid leader unit? And I'm not sure. I'm not sure who I would pick. I'm going to pick General Tag because it's the only option in this pick. Pick 2, Hardpoint Laser Blaster. Still not convinced. You know what? I'm going to go with Inferno. I'm so invested in green. How much green do I have? And look at my yellow. It's bad. I don't have any yellow. I'll take Bendu because he's a rare and there's nothing else in there. And I will take Academy Training. So, am I proud of this first pack? No. Did we see a lot of yellow? No. Do I know green complements Boba? Yes. Yes, I do. So, we're going to hope we got some compliments, but we really need some bare bones here. We need some structure. We don't have anything here. This helps. Overwhelming Barrage. This always helps. This is going to help you get ahead of your opponent if you need it, or catch up with them. If you are behind, this is a great card to play. So let's pick it. Sorry, ISB agent. I saw you. I needed you, but I didn't grab you. Bib Fortuna, though. Let's grab Bib. Mr. Bib. Last time we saw him was in the Book of Boba Fett. All right. Pick 3 of pack 2. I think we'll take another Legion. Let's go with the Legion. We have a lot of ramps, so let's make it work for us. Cell Block Guard or Smuggling Compartment. Cell Block Guard. Double Chewies. Man. I don't know if I'd pay 7 for Chewie, but it's fun. Team Grizzly, since you already know some of the cards coming out, what are you most excited for? That's what I want to know. Like, is there not even what you're most excited for? Change that question. What are you hoping to see in the next set that hasn't already been spoiled? All right, we know it's Twilight Struggle. We've seen Mandalorian background. We've seen episodes 7, 8, and 9 characters. We're seeing prequel. Late prequel characters, or in between, right? What you would call the dark times with Bad Batch. So it's a kind of a range, right? We're looking at about a 30, let's see, more of like a 60-year range, I want to say. Well, maybe 50-year range. So we're going to see something, but what are you hoping for? Resupply. Let's go with Traitorous. Traitorous is good. I would say one of the things I want to see in this set, based on what we've seen, I would really like to see some Praetorian Guards in this set. I would love to see kind of that build up. I really like how those units are. We see them in Mandalorian. We see them in The Last Jedi. I think they're really neat, and that's something I think that would be really cool. I would also like to see a couple of like Imperial Mandalorians, not just Imperial units using jetpacks. I want to see the Imperial Mandalorians from Rebels, and I think that's going to be really neat to kind of see some more of those units that have different or similar traits that we see across the board, like Imperial and Mandalorian, because I bet we're going to see some Mandalorian like buffs, right? Maybe a Mandalorian Lord. I can't remember his name, but the character that Jon Favreau plays in Mando, like that'd be a great one to be like, oh, +1/+1, or the Armorer. Yeah, the Armorer could do it as well. Give you that +1/+1 for all Mandalorians. Be neat. It would be neat. Let's play Vanguard Infantry. We need some low-cost units. Ahsoka, the Last Ronin. Ooh, yep, that's true. That's who she is. Let's take Rook. Big Rook fan here. Let's grab him. Good card. And with the ramp we're going with. What up, Kanan? Got pass on you. We'll take the recruit. I'm not really sure if I need academy trainings. Attack Pattern Delta, I would pay 5 for. This card came in handy a lot. Just being able to give +3, +2, +1. That's 6 damage on the board. So as long as I have 3 units, that's a hard one to deal with. Would I pay 9 for U-Wing reinforcements? No. So we're going to grab Seasoned Sword Trooper. Let's get that unit in play. Again, I need some yellow, guys. I need some yellow. Ahsoka would be great. I think if we're going to see Ahsoka, I would love unit Ahsoka before leader Ahsoka. I think I just want 3 Ahsokas to play. Let's go with that tactical and Alliance Dispatcher. You know, usually when you get to like the last couple packs, it's always like, is anything good? I doubt it. Where are we at? We have 16 ground units. Let's take a quick look before we get to pack 3. Low cost units is really what we need to make Boba's effects like work. Low cost cards. So when Boba's not in play, all we can put out is the Vanguard Infantry and play a recruit. So not really strong there. When Boba is in play as a unit, we could play 2 cost units. So Bib Fortuna, Tag, and Seasoned Sword Trooper, Frontline Shuttle, and Academy Trainings. Academy Trainings wouldn't be bad, but we really need to see some low cost stuff. So let's see what we can find. A lot of villain cards were not coming back. I didn't see some Snowtrooper Lieutenants. I didn't see that ISB agent. So villains seem to be being picked a bit. And that's one of the things you're going to want to pay attention to as you're drafting is what is not coming back. Because it means someone else is playing something that you are paying attention to, right? So that means someone else in your pod's going to be the group you draft with, maybe playing a very similar build. So Team Grizzly says if Ahsoka the last Ronin, she can make other units have force for a face. Yeah, I could see that happening. Make him a force user for the phase. Exhausters, someone has force. That'd be funny. Gives out force user tokens. Oh man. All right. Pick 3, pack 1. I don't like it. This is one of those packs where you're just kind of like, I don't need a search card and out of my colors. The foil isn't great. So I guess we're going to go Outer Rim Headhunters. So we can at least pay that with Boba. So let's pick that up. Again, we need some low-cost units that are in our colors. Got that ATSD. That's a good bomb, but so is the Bounty Hunter crew. Bounty Hunter crew is going to return cards, and I want that overwhelming barrage to come back. Pack 3, Relentless, and the TIE Fighter. I need the TIE Fighter. We need low-cost drops to take care of Boba. To make Boba work. Got a resupply and a Mining Guild TIE Fighter. I think the resupply will come back. Let's take the TIE Fighter again. Low cost units. That way when Boba removes something, we can bring something back. We'll take a Sword Trooper. And wow, good stuff here, but not what I need. Let's go with the Steadfast Battalion. Again, we're playing a little bit of ramp here. So why not make it work? 2 rooks? Goodness, give me that. There was a foil 7 sister, which I would love. I also would love Energy Conversion Lab. Let's grab that. 25 health. That's what we're playing. Star Viper then for the restore abilities. We're in pick 10. I will grab another Colonel Yularen. Got so much green in here, might as well. Homestead Militia gets Sentinel when we have 6 or more resources. Resupply came back around. We do not have much removal. We'll take the tactical advantage. Look how much green we have. This is so much green when we have no green leaders. Oh my goodness. All right. Boba and the ECL is our plan. We got some ramp. Some rooks here. So 5 and 6 are definitely going to be what we want to hit. We only got 1 Super Laser Technician and 1 resupply. So definitely going to want to hold on to those cards. Most of our events, I would say like these 2, Pattern Delta and Barrage are going to be good. Delta's going to be the hard one because I have a feeling our ramp may end up with us not having too many units out. But we'll see. Let's build the deck. We're going to start by choosing Energy Conversion Lab. Again, if you're unfamiliar with this card, it's as an epic action, play a unit that costs 6 or less from your hand. Give it ambush for the phase. Saw a lot of mistakes with this card over the weekend. So playing a unit means you are paying for the cost. It does not say put into play. It says play a unit. If you look up the rules for play a unit, it will tell you you have to pay the cost. So I heard a story about someone putting out an ATST on turn 1. You cannot do that. So not a thing. The next thing you have to know is how ambush works. When you play a card with ambush, you have what's called a trigger. You have something you need to check the board state for. So you play a card with ambush, and then you need to see, does your opponent have a unit in that arena? If your opponent has the unit in the arena, you may, and may is the key word, you do not have to do this, you may ready your unit, and then you have to attack an enemy unit. You cannot attack a base. You cannot just ready. You have to swing on the unit that is in play. So, just a reminder. So we're going to take that. It's going to give us 25 health. What am I going to play? All right. Well, all of these are good. So let's just start with what we know is great. Seasoned Sword Trooper, right? Gets stronger the more resources we have. It's also a 2-drop. So once Boba Fett's in play, we could put this card using his ability. Rook can kill units. He's really strong. ECL is going to be important for a character like Rook, so we're going to put him in here. The reason why I like ECL with Rook is because he has a shield, and when he attacks a non-leader unit, as long as he hits the unit, they die. He has what you would call death touch in Magic. It just doesn't work on leaders, so I think it'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Deals combat damage to a non-leader. Yep. So mercenary company for that ambush and overwhelm. Oh no, 12 tables. Oh man. So Team Grizzly says, be cool to see the undead stormtrooper as a card. Yep, the Night Sister troopers from Ahsoka. But 12 tables, that was you. It was you. Either were you using the card wrong, or was somebody using the card wrong against you, is my question with the ECL. I've seen that a lot. Don't sweat it. It happens. That's what pre-releases are for. I've said this on this stream several times. Like, my first tournament for Star Wars, the Decipher card game, you're supposed to bring a light side deck and a dark side deck. Your decks needed to be 50 or 60 cards. I cannot remember. I came in with a 90 something card deck, maybe 100, that was only bad guys. So there it was, I don't know, 11. And I'm sitting across this kid and he's like, where's your other deck? Oh, I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? Like, if you know what Star Wars CCG is, imagine trying to read that as a kid. It was hard. Like, I enjoyed what I looked at. I enjoyed buying packs. I wanted to figure out the tournament scene. So I showed up to a tournament and I had an illegal deck and I didn't know really how to play, and I got destroyed. So 12 tables did the wrong play, not when played, is what threw me off. Yep. Let's see. Team Grizzly, I used ambush wrong and it's even on video. Yeah, again, like, it's easy to make the mistakes. And I tell people all the time, like, that's what pre-release is for. Very few people came into this game knowing how it worked. A lot of people just can't learn by watching. And a lot of people struggle. Everyone learns differently, right? So it's normal. I think it's normal. There are a lot of mistakes to be made. And it's the best thing we can do is not hold it against the other players if they took advantage of us, because they probably didn't know. I don't think most people knew. So 12 tables, still confused if the 6 resources is just for the yellow number or the adjusted cost. Ooh, I would say it should count for the adjusted cost from what I've seen. We'd have to throw that in a little bit more ruling, but I'm pretty sure because the adjusted cost impacts the card that you have to play to pay its cost, and the cost is +2. So I believe it would be, you still need to pay for those cards. So you couldn't play like a 6 cost card out of aspect. It would cost you 8, right? So I don't think it would work. Okay, 97 Legion, we're ramping. So let's take this big boy right here, 7/7. Bib Fortuna, yes, because we're going to make those events work for us. Bounty Hunter Crew's going to return our events. Yep. Cell Block Guard's going to buy us some time with Sentinel. Yularen's going to heal us a little bit. We're playing enough troopers, so I think we can play tag. Homestead Militia is a trooper that gets Sentinel later in the game. And then these 3 units I think are all, well, 2 of them are going to be good. Steadfast Battalion because it's ramp with Overwhelm. It also gets +2/+2 when your leaders in play, and Super Laser Technician. All right, we went heavy. That's 19 ground units. Let's look at our space. Frontline shuttle so we can double attack with something. TIE fighter so we can drop that using Boba's ability, maybe draw some cards. Going to take the Relentless just because I want to see if we can get there. And we'll take the Star Viper for now. That leaves us 6 more slots. Not many events, but we can take Overwhelming Barrage. Not many events at all. Resupply. And Traitorous over here. Excuse me. Traitorous was a fun one. People didn't see Traitorous coming. I got this in a couple of pre-releases, and it saved me. It saved me. Boy, man, I was going up against my buddy Mason. Round 1, day 1, pre-release 1. Mason's going at it with Boba Fett leader and Boba Fett unit. I am struggling to kill these guys. I am struggling. They are just destroying my board. I get lucky, and I top deck. I draw Traitorous. I play it. I take his Boba Fett, and I swing with Boba Fett into his Boba leader. Deal the 3 damage. Remove Boba, and it's just like, okay, now you have to deal with this. You have to deal with the fact that I have your Boba Fett, and I need to take advantage of this momentum. It really swung the game for me. So big fan there. 3 more cards left. I can go with tactical advantages to give +2/+2 to a unit for the phase, but I like the idea of using Academy training with Boba's ability. It's a 2 cost, and I think if I can remove a unit, I can just strengthen Boba and keep him in play longer. So I'm going to take them. There's 3, so they may also be resources. Let's save and close, and let's hit the board. Oh man, Team Grizzly liking some of those combo tricks. We're going to see what kind of tricks we can do here. Unfortunately, we're playing against Sabine. Aggro Sabine. My goodness. What this this picture of her is just so cocky. She doesn't even look in the direction. She's just Mando and shooting over there. We don't know. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Take a mulligan. I usually choose not to. Let's see what we can do with this bad deck. Relentless is going to go. Not bad deck, but just bad hand. Relentless has to go down, and oh, Tag. We don't have any troopers for you, Tag. Sorry, you're going to go. Out comes Partisan Insurgent. Boba has a shield. That's not bad. I mean, Bib Fortuna has a shield, so that's not bad. But let's TIE Fighter it. Sabine's going to hit us for 1. We're going to take the initiative. Let's keep that because I'm going to need the Star Viper to hit that restore ability. Ooh, Super Laser Technician. Great. Academy training can go down there since we have 3 of those. Well, let's play the Laser Technician then. Technician go into play. Ooh, Wing Leader gets played, giving a Rebel unit +2 experience tokens. Ding, ding. We now have a 3/4. And as soon as they control another red unit, it's going to be hitting for 5. It's not even a 3/4. It's a 3/6. Gross. Let's swing. I'm going to take care of this Wing Leader right now. I should have saved it, honestly. I should have saved it. Nope. It was a bad move on my part. The better play would be to swing with the TIE Fighter into the base, take the initiative, and then if I do want to kill the Wing Leader, I need the resource to play Boba Fett's ability. That would have been a better play. Instead, we're just going to ramp. Bib, I'm going to get rid of you. You're great, you got the shield, but I don't have that many events, and I'm ramping pretty quick here, so let's just go for it. There it goes. Cool, Super Laser Technician here is hurting a bit. We're going to go ahead and swing. Gosh, she's so big. 12 tables look like they might be doing the 3-turn kill strategy. You are right. They are getting me. Look at this. Look at them go. And Grizzly, I like Vader working with Mahdi. You are correct. Vader and Mahdi are a powerhouse. They go well together, that's for sure. Now, I got Boba I can put into play now, but that Partisan Insurgent is going to be deadly. Let's pass. Because, yep, Sabine's going to come out. I need that Partisan to swing. Pass. Dang it. Reminder: if you pass and your opponent takes the initiative, you do go to the next round, right? You're going to go into the refresh phase. So just be mindful of that. That happened in a few tournaments where people were passing on me, and I was like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And so I took the initiative and surprised them. They were just kind of like, no, I'm going to do something. Those are old rules. That's not how this works anymore. All right, I got Boba Fett. I can take out this partisan insurgent, which is annoying, but I'm actually going to take out the freedom fighters. And we're going to untap 2 resources, which is great. Boba takes a little bit of damage. Ready 2. We now have 4. I can play the militia, which I think is going to be helpful because it's going to give us sentinel. Now we have 6 or more resources. Let's pass. Right. I like this. Let's go. We got ambush. We got overwhelm. Let's put stop at 7 here for right now. Spec Force Soldier comes in, removes our ambush. I don't think so. Removes our sentinel. Let's play Steadfast Battalion using the ECL. So we're going to give this card overwhelm, ambush, and it's going to get a +2/+2 when they attack. So let's drop it. Boom. Steadfast Battalion trigger the ambush ability because it sees one of these units. And we got to take out someone. We're going to go ahead and take out Partisan Insurgent. It's the hardest hitting one. And we're going to give a unit +2/+2. We can give any unit. Oh, I thought it was give itself +2/+2. Interesting. Boba. Boba can take the 2. We don't have the initiative right now. Nice. They played a unit instead of swinging with Boba Fett. Let's see. We can't kill Sabine with the Homestead Militia, so we'll kill her with Boba. Untap 2 resources, which is great. Yes. Perfect. Now we're going to attack with, or we're going to put the frontline shuttle in. And we can attack again. We could attack with Boba Fett right now, and we can get 4 resources, but we don't really need it. I think I do want to keep the initiative, though. So let's take the initiative. Oh, I can't take the initiative. So let's just attack with Homestead Militia into the Steadfast Soldier, Spec Force Soldier. Move on. 12 tables. Watch out for 2 tube drop. Yep. And Team Grizzly, Obi and Luke are good too. Yep, those are good combinations there. I like Obi-Wan and Luke a lot. I do like them a lot. There's so much good synergy in this first set. It really shows you that they put a lot of effort into building this game, and I think that's good. You have to come to this game strong. There's been a lot of mistakes by Fantasy Flight, and in the past, and not mistakes, but just like they have to overcome a lot of obstacles, and these obstacles, cost them a lot. A lot of people are hesitant about the game because of it. Let's swing on Patrolling V-Wing. And so creating a game like this where you have strong synergy, you apparently play Guerrilla Attack Pod. This card's gross. What app am I playing with? 12 tables. I'm playing with Force Table. ForceTable.net is a great resource, but in order to use draft or the sealed portion, you have to be a member of their Patreon. It's not bad. It's really good. It's great practice. I said this kind of beginning of the stream. It may be a device you don't see used as much with some content creators after tomorrow, just because there's some request made by Fantasy Flight of what they would like people to use. Here we go. We're going to use Mercenary Company, trigger the ambush. Oh man, it's too strong. It's too strong. Oh, it's too strong. It's going to kill us. Let's hit it. Hit it for 5. This thing hits for 9. It's over. We lost. Man. Oh, we had Sentinel. That's great. I was so worried. I was just like, we're dead. Sabine's killed me again. Man, we got to do something here. Let's swing with Boba onto the base. We're going to put the Academy training on Steadfast Battalion. Going to take 2 points of damage here, but that's okay. But yeah, as I was saying, you are going to see some content creators out there no longer using Tabletop Simulator or Force Table, just because Fantasy Flight does have a couple of requests that they've made that they would like people to be playing in person and using their materials that they've created and IPs they created in person. there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, it's their prerogative. It could be such a, top down decision, but yeah, it definitely leaves a lot of options for me and what I want to do with this channel. I love what I'm doing, having a lot of good time, and I really enjoy a lot of you out there telling me like that this has been beneficial for you. Making like pre-release guides, that takes me time. I enjoyed that. A lot of people enjoyed those things, but doing these types of things where we're like trying out decks, where I can talk about them a little bit easier. I just played Overwhelming Barrage, by the way. That's great. I have 9 damage to distribute. I'll just do that. Let's just hit 6 there, kill the X-Wing. And, it's these type of things I think are enjoyable. I think if people are liking this type of format where it's just we can sit here and try decks against the AI and talk about it, that's great. It's not going to prevent me from doing other forms of content. I do want to get some stuff on the table, working with people and playing some tougher games. Oh man, I would love to play with y'all, Team Grizzly, but I do travel a lot. I travel to Texas. I plan on traveling to Oklahoma this year. I got to travel to New York City a lot for work, so I definitely know what stores I want to hit up, and there may be some other places. I think that's the joy of this game. It's Star Wars has taken me places before. I've gone to states I didn't think I would go to. I've gone to countries I didn't think I'd go to. Playing Star Wars, I've met some great people. I've seen some amazing things, and it's why I'm going to keep doing it, right? Like the group I'm with up here, my friends, we've already talked about like who's down to travel, who's not. Look, I beat Sabine. I did it this time. No, we don't need to do that. We win. So, there's a lot there. But I enjoy this game. Definitely want to travel. Ooh, I went to the wrong spot. Go to draft. Let's see. So we won our first game. Let's see. Let's try to do one more. It's going to be fast, though. It's going to be a fast game. So take a mulligan. Nope. We're just going to have to deal with it. Sorry, Relentless. I'm not going to see you. And not a trooper. Man, that's tough. Let's drop Mercenary Company. I'm going to try and go faster here. It's Boba Fett versus Boba Fett. He's winning because he has more health. Let's go Shuttle first. Scout Bike Pursuer. Okay. 12 tables. I live in the middle of nowhere, but a new GameStop popped up at the start of the year, and they just got the green light for official tourneys. I love that. Where are you at, 12 tables? Whether you're in the States or somewhere else. We got double Yularen. We'll go ahead and drop 1. We've taken no damage so far. Let's put out the Shore Trooper. Hits pretty hard. Oh, we're going to do that. Okay, 2 on the bike, 2 on there. Okay. I'll just swing. I could do something, but I'm gonna hold off. Let's do some damage. Death Valley. Yep. Not many stores down there. Not many stores. All right, Boba Fett. Oh, thanks, Scout Bike Pursuer. You're dead. We'll just ready Boba Fett. Pay 1. I can play card. Let's play Colonel Yularen. We'll heal our base. AI plays that TIE Fighter. It's going to be slow. Let's go ahead and take the initiative. Must be deadly. So deadly, it's the store. The stores are just out of there, right? All right. I'm going to give up. Ooh, I don't really want to give up training, but I think I should. Training it is. Tag with 2 troopers, I think is a better bet. Start with the cell block guard. Oh, well, never mind. Cell block guard's going to die. Let's get some damage in. That TIE Advance gave the Death Trooper +2 counters. So it's a 5/5, swinging into my 3/3. There he goes. 3 damage there. Boba Fett's going to untap a resource, and I am just going to swing on the base. It's now 30-25. Ooh, 12 tables. 2 to 3 hour drive to the nearest card shop. Man, that would have been rough. You gotta You got to be dedicated of enjoying card games to make that drive. I mean, I've made some drives before, but those were like all conscious decisions for a couple of events, never for like just to get myself, out of game. Like when I lived in Oklahoma, I would usually I'd like make a drive up to Tulsa, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and just to play in events. It was great. I want to say it was almost 2 hours, but I don't even think it was a 2 hour drive. It was probably an hour and a half. 7 minutes. You gotta love it. You gotta love it when they're that close. I got a store that's a 6 minute walk from me, and I dig it. All right, we got a lot of units out here. I don't like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to deploy Boba Fett, and we're going to play Overwhelming Barrage. I mean, we're going to get hit by this Death Trooper for 7. Thanks, Snow Trooper Lieutenant. What a jerk. Let's give Boba +2. We have 6 damage to distribute how we see fit. First, it's going to be here for 1. That guy's gone. Then it's going to be here for 1. That guy's gone. We got 4 damage left. We'll do 2 here. And we're going to get rid of this Death Trooper for 2. There we go. They play Disarm on the frontline shuttle. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's swing on the base for 6. Ready 2 resources. And then we're going to get rid of the frontline shuttle here. Let's see, action ability, remove the shuttle. And now our Boba Fett can hit. Our Boba hits for 6. Has to hit a unit. Sure, I'll hit his Boba. The nice thing is we're going to untap 2 more resources. And we're going to put out Tag and the Seasoned Shore Trooper. All right, Boba Fett hits us for 4. Let's play Shore Trooper. It's going to heal us 1, and we're going to play Tag just to max out here. Give XP to 3 troopers first. Well, we only got 1, so we're done. Then we're going to attack with Yularen. We can take out Boba, which I think is what I want to do. I want to get him off the board. Good to go. Good to go. There we go. Yeah, Team Grizzly, your store is only 45 minutes away. That's still good. That's a good setup. Ooh, I don't want to get rid of any of these. Hold on here. Rook can kill anything that comes out, so let's hold off on that. No, before, like, it used to be when I was wanting to play Star Wars cards, I'd had to go out to usually Beaverton, Oregon. Beaverton is a suburb of Portland, and it was about a 30-45 minute drive. I'd go out there, and I had a good time, but it was like for every Star Wars game, whatever the reason was, Star Wars had a lot of trouble taking off in this I don't know, just in this city. I don't know why. Destiny and the card game just really struggled, and people just mostly played in Beaverton. So I'd go to one store. It was just rainy day games in Beaverton, Oregon, or Aloha, Oregon, technically just another suburb. And yeah, that's essentially what I had to do just to play a game I was really excited about. I don't know why I didn't put down another card. I should have, because these militias would have shield or sentinel. But that's okay. Snow Trooper Lieutenant's going to hit us for 2, but I think we got this. We got this. But I was really glad, like, when I moved back here for Destiny, when Destiny was a thing, instead of there being one store in Beaverton, which again was like 45 minutes away from me, there were 3 that were playing Destiny. 2 of them were in Beaverton. One was a bowling alley, and the other one was a great store called Gongai Games. Shout out to them. I really enjoy Gongai. So I'd go and I'd play Gongai. I loved what they were doing. Really impressed on what they did. The bowling alley was fun. And another store I was able to get to was whatchamacallit. Does this have Overwhelm? Yeah, we're gonna ambush with Overwhelm. Attack with the mercenary company into the Snow Trooper Lieutenant. And so we'll do 3 damage to the base, which is great. But yeah, I used to you have to go a little far, and luckily Portland Game Store was only about like 20 minutes from me. Now I think it's about 15 minutes from me. I got to play with them this last weekend. Loved it there. Excited to go there again this week. And yeah, and I have two stores right next to me. One's 6 minutes walking, and the other one is probably about 10 minutes drive. And I say that 10 minutes is just because it's has a bunch of lights and I have to pass the hospital. So usually some trouble. We had no trouble though killing Boba Fett over here with 34 health versus our 25. We had 14 remaining. Yularen definitely got us some heals in there, probably about 4 points, maybe 5. I wasn't keeping count there. Team Grizzly, if they make a Sith Trooper card, would it be First Order or Final Order? Ooh, well, it'd probably be red black. If it's tough because the Final Order, it may just be Sith. I don't know. Like, it just seems so weird. I'll have to rewatch Rise of Skywalker again, just because there is some of that where you're just kind of like, what's this army? And there's a couple books that tackle what's happening there and the start of it on that planet. Escagol. I'm messing it up. It's like Escagol, something like that. There's an E, there's an X, there's like a GR, there's L. I don't know. Anyways, really neat. I won't spoil what happens, but man, there's a really good scene in one of the books. It is, I think it's like Sith Hunter or something. It's a book where it's about Luke Skywalker and Lando Calrissian. And it's one of the newer books, and I thought it was really neat because there's some really good Anakin moments. If you're a big fan of Anakin or always wanting to see how he interacts with someone like Luke, there was some really cool stuff. And I thought that was neat. Good setup for a book, honestly. A lot of missing pieces in the new series, especially with our main characters like Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, Lando, R2C3PO. You can find some of that stuff in like the comics, but a lot of the comics tackle like early Luke, right? Like we're talking about right after A New Hope, and you see a lot of that. But this is older Luke. This is much older. This is Luke being called in to deal with some stuff, and I will just say, like, Anakin had some cool moments. If you like the Ahsoka moment that we see with Anakin, you'll probably enjoy Luke Anakin as well. So good stuff. But hey, this is always a great time. I love doing this. I do a stream on Saturdays as well. I may not do one this Saturday with it being released. I may just do some box openings. Do plan on doing a box opening tomorrow, Friday, March 8th. Also, I may pause for a week. I think I'll just probably take the week off to set up some few things, make sure I'm checking out local stuff, and working on some future content. So you may not see a stream next week on Tuesday or Thursday, possibly Saturday, but you will see some content out there for people who are looking to finish some decks. Specifically like Luke and Vader. I'm going to put out my thoughts about them, where you can upgrade them, as well as do some box opening videos. So feel free to come hang out. Tell me what you got. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. This is always a great time. Good luck this weekend opening your packs, your boxes, your cases, going to events, telling your friends, playing some starter deck stuff, all of those fun things. And at the end, may the force be with you, right? Right.